Not my fault.
No, it's.
Ooh. I mean, that's appropriate, isn't it?
Would you like it longer?
Can you hear me? Am I? What? Thanks.
Can you see it?
Okay. I'd like to thank Nick for that wonderful introduction. It was everything I'd hoped for, everything I'd dreamed. I'm gonna bore the hell out of you guys in just a minute.
Yeah, I gotta eat it a nap.
Okay. My first poem is called Vaya con Dios, pig fucker. The bodies of monsters, the bodies of Christ, will not save you and will not save anyone. But watch, they'll throw themselves at our feet, palms bloody, lips curling like hot wires around words like, look what I have done for you. And you look and you see the stitches, the bolts holding the arms and legs in place, the jagged scar over the myopic eye, and the tortured flesh, and the dissected mind splayed open like a dead frog, and the desiccated heart rotting in a pool of its own juice. Even if we partake of these, we will not be saved. Corpus Christi, sangre, like red milk, a million heartbroken saints and saviors come across a modern desert to find that everyone who needs saving has already been saved. And as for the rest of us, well, we have built our homes in the sand, and each day when we wake, we find all our walls have blown away, and there is no place to sleep. Sand and communion, the last ions of your worst enemy, Mount Olympus coming down. A pyramid of shotgun shells stacked against the back wall of the cave, next to all those old books of poetry that you read once and always meant to destroy but never got around to burning. Deus ex machina, guts in the gears, come on! Did you really expect a miracle? Did you really think therapy could help you, or pills could help you, or that anyone or anything could help you to get rid of the nightmares, the dreams of blue bombs and coronaries, to help you to come to terms with the crumbling veins in your wrists and hands, with the badly broken leg, with the badly broken brain that crawls around your skull like a lame spider and begs to be let go, biting your scalp from the inside? Did you really expect it to happen so easy, with Jesus getting up and stomping out of the cave, with a benign Buddha resting in your third eye like a head tumor, with some author or myth or movie star waiting there at the end, making everything worthwhile after all, justifying all the rape and savage, dishonest bullshit you have done, not to them or to others or to the planet, but to yourself. I mean, if you guys didn't like it, you don't have to clap. Mind your dreams for diamonds and come up sucking coals. Dynamite or daisy cutters, bad luck or bad karma. It makes no difference when it's bearing down on you 100 years heavy hemlock in its lungs like black light bulbs, hollowed out for heroin and hungry for hemoglobin, bloodlusting and bad. Doesn't matter what it is, whiskey will get swallowed like burning spit. People will fuck and get fucked. That's just the way it goes. A train on the same old tracks of warhorse bones and broken mirrors scattered along the scratch of a 7-year itch etched in your mother's back. Doesn't matter how deep the cut goes. Get thee behind me, Satan. Blood always wants more blood. You guys are just fucking nonchalant tonight. Where's the rowdiness? I guess I always read a lot later. I read a lot later since I haven't been a featured yet. I read during the open mics and people are a lot more drunk at that point.
Woo! Yeah!
So everybody needs to start taking shots right now.
I like your hair.
Hey, suck it dry, but thank you.
Will you buy me some shots?
Hell no.
Whiskey and root beer.
Whiskey and root beer. We've got a new drink here at the Literary Cafe. It's a whiskey and root beer. It's called the Golnikov. And it's an excellent drink.
Oh dear. That's what cowboys drink.
Alright, this one's called Hearsay, Heresy, or 99 Problems, but a bitch ain't one. My lips sizzle and my tongue has been legally classified as a weapon of mass destruction. It is wanted by the United States government and the House of Sod. My mouth is a colossus. My teeth bit apart the Red Sea while I was dreaming. Call me lion or tiger, wolf, or the weak spot on your slobbering heart. The fact remains I can turn you to electricity without even using my hands. Call me vain, but I can crack a woman open and swallow her like a raw egg, and it turns out I am not afraid of anything. You know what the talk around town is? That you have really gone off the deep end. I mean, completely nuts. You walk around wearing this, and this is just what I heard, but you walk around wearing nothing but a bald cap. Kind of a reverse Lady Godiva, San White Horse. And I heard you're starting a band with nothing but a broken sequencer and a kazoo. I heard you were voting for yourself for president. I heard you know someone who knows someone who can get their hands on E, on Special K, on Angel Dust, and Peyote China White. I heard you ate a bag of black tar heroin and crossed the Mexican border. Is it true that they have rats there the size of dogs? I heard that you shit your own spleen. Is it true that you gave your last dollar to a dying girl with half a face? Is it true that you have a disease that will kill you if unmedicated? Are you on medication? Well, I heard that you were on medication. And I heard that that medicine costs a lot. And I heard that you once got shot. And I hear that the medicine helps without healing. I hear that the medicine makes you desire to drink rain. I heard that it keeps you from screaming, and I heard you stop dreaming, but I hope you are still having intense and beautiful nightmares. I hope that doesn't sound cruel. You know what I heard? I heard you retired from writing. I heard there's a place in your head where the poems are, but that place is full of monsters. I heard you cut out all of your brain except for 10% and now you can't fly. I heard you burning dictionaries through a wall in the air that we have in common. I hear you ritualistically erase parts of your body. I heard that you threw yourself off a bridge once. But you know what they say about me? They call me a pillar of cold rock, but now I cry at movies just like I hear you do too. Well, they say she ate an oven, a shotgun, a volcano. She had a different girlfriend for every day of the week. She smoked pencil shavings and was a Lodos eater who forgot her home and drowned in her own spit. Call me tigress, call me lord of burned victims and bad seeds. I will never have a legend. And what you hear from other people is always more fiction than fact. I can hear the bar out there is having a great time. Everybody in here is really quiet, and everybody on the bar is just like, ugh. No, carry on, carry on.
Yeah, you poets.
No, it's good, it's good. I like it, I like the noise.
Protect my poets.
I don't need any protection from you, Steve, but thank you.
You missed the bell.
This one's called Sexy Shiva.
That's good.
I fuck you and think of death, oil, or anything else other than fucking you. This was supposed to be a joining. Now I pull apart like wet cotton, chanting a mantra of phony orgasms when I really should be screaming, apart, 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 yelping in our sweaty mess with death's head at that footboard and a boot of molten lead bolting through my blasted head. Apart, apart, a part of something big and lonely as trains, inevitable and charging, 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 apart, alone, apart. I pull on your spine and shoulder blades when I would really like to pull them out clean as gold whistles and murmur through them, trying to get at the core of you. I am trying to impress upon you the gravity of our situation. trying to spell it in spit on your tattooed wrists, trying to send it in Morse through the vibrating walls of my pussy, trying to twist mortality or any kind of awareness into these monotonous trysts. I am trying to be serious. And then you want to stick your cock in? I am trying to puzzle together some semblance of meaning from all the busted up and dusty pieces. I am not joking. We are all going to die someday. And it probably won't be pretty. The time in between probably won't be pretty either. Let me say it straight.
And that, my friends, is the Tremont chicken.
Yes, I saw it too.
Is that like a... I don't believe it.
You're speechless. That's
You want me to choke the chicken?
Not... Never.
I was just so shocked.
All right. Couple of deep breaths, guys, then we can move on. Is that right?
Yeah.
Start with either.
Damn, I fucked up. Wow. I am not joking. That guy was, though. Fuck. I am not joking. We are all going to die one day. It's a serious poem, and now I can't stop giggling. Hold on. Dude, we're all gonna die one day. And it probably won't be pretty. The time in between probably won't be pretty either. I hope I get the video. Let me say it straight. You are the sword of Damocles. You are Helen of Troy under the heels of a broken Trojan horse. You are beautiful, and I love you, and I love to fuck you, but right now I am elsewhere, and my moans drift back, resonant and huge, radio signals from another life, and it may sound like inarticulate groans, but I am really saying apart, saying I am Shiva the Magnificent, and as I hold you and your many parts in my mouth between my legs, I am sending this message in a language I can only hope you understand, and I am saying, behold, I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Thanks for sticking with me through that, guys. That was, I really like absurdity a lot. It doesn't usually shove itself upon me in such a way, but I really did appreciate the Tremont chicken.
You're being far too serious.
P.S. Who, me? Oh, yeah, obviously. God.
Oh, yeah.
Death, sex? You need to just giggle about these things. Here's
More
hoping.
serious.
Hey, suck it dry, asshole. You're sleeping on the couch tonight. Can I get some water or a beer or something?
No.
Some sort of liquid?
No.
No.
Yes.
What, you
Just go. Just
go.
I know.
No.
I want to hear your voice crack.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I know.
Your tongue swells up.
This one's called paying hard service to the kinetic boil. It's time to wither and bake. Thank you. Cake on the layers like cheap red paint until it starts to fall off in rusty flakes, and we snap off our faces to show that we are beautiful on the inside, pin up pretty and postcard fake all the way through, and bent under the rolling weight that stands behind a screen of runny mascara and crocodile tears. And all those years you were alive inside the closet, nobody in it there but me. It's time to run out on the dark grass, to throw yourself like a train wreck across the dark gray smear that every night is, was, will be. To shudder and bend this empty cigarette, this empty head moving past the place where it's okay to keep your legs moving, your fat hands, your fat greasy mouth, to become a creature, past tensing your muscles to become another thing far away beyond all this diluted gin, thinning blood, ringed with iron and ice. All those miracle nightmares waking up screaming underneath your bed, reeking of scorched hair, holding out their shaking arms, gnashing teeth like granite on steel, saying, burn yourself, drown yourself on this black cruise toward death, burn yourself alive, saying, there is no such thing as honor, no such thing as truth, no such thing as hope, no goodness left, saying, burn yourself alive, and you are a liar, you are a liar, you are a liar, and you are a lie. You are a liar, you are a liar, and you are a lie. And that's it, that's all. It's time. That long, salty simmer of potential has come to an ugly, kinetic boil, and what service you owe it is hard and can only be paid out of your hide. Debt or karma makes no never mind. Bring on the breakdown, light a match. It's all winding down with or without you. Strike, flame, fuck it. The captain might as well go down with the ship.
Wow, that was excellent.
I was really nervous about singing. I will tell you what, that's the first time I've ever done that at an open mic.
It's a joke about the water.
Well, I figured I might need it after the singing. This poem's kind of a dialogue between two people, but they're both me. It's called Backsliding Forward. Well, let's get back to those old ghosts for a moment. You see etchings in the sides of parked cars scratched in dull white paint. So how does this make you feel? How do you keep going back to your old symbols, the coil, irreversible, immortal wire twining its garrote edges clean and precise as well-placed stones? Tell me what you see when you look at this Rorschach blot. A dynamo balanced on the edge of a butterfly wing, taking a stab at perpetual motion with its delicate thinness, the scales shining like pennies on a dead donkey's eyes. A juggernaut, fear of that unstoppable thing crackling in a wedge of bone. A bit of smog at rest on a slab of concrete saying nothing is unbreakable. That blade again spreading like insect legs, a pair of gutted fish splayed open on a pile of pink ice, scraps of rotten wombs sticking to their gills, those twins, that Pisces fluttering through the cold water like open knives. Tell me about your relationship with your mother. Tell me about your relationship with your dreams. You mean the one with swine and bombs and tornadoes leaking in through the ceiling like tunnels of black arterial gunk spilled from a ripped tube? Were you abused as a child? No, but now that I am older, I abuse and am abused inside a humming wall of method. I am digging through the Rorschach folds of a brain that is the only machine which can contemplate itself, its gray smoothness like rainwater pooled in an empty eye socket, its layers pulling shut with a certainty that only a devil could own. I am swimming up the birth canal in search of white light or my face before I was born, a flat porcelain mask, a scab, tea leaves crushed into an ivory cup, tabula rasa, the prayer scribbled in graphite on the underside of death, and finding nothing but used needles and torn off band-aids, monuments to uselessness, remnants of the life you shed like snakeskin, a reptile, a predator, Gemini and reverse sliding back and forth on the greased floor of each dead brain cell, trying to curl up, safe and fetal, growing old, trying. We are repented and reeled in fishies dangling from a shining line dipped in red ink. I am beginning to think the medicine is not strong enough. Doctor, I keep having this dream. I feel a blossom of dying curling in my stomach like an embryo unfurling. I am climbing a mountain of salt and somehow I am still alive to witness my slow devastation. Doctor, we must make these dreams, these delusions, stop. How am I doing on time, Steve? What do you think?
Read them
All right.
twice.
Keep
Vague.
All right. I'm glad I'm doing well. Here's hoping. This one's called Victory. Let the cigarette burn all the damn way until the room stinks of burning filter. It doesn't matter. Begin plucking strands of hair, your own, anybody else's, and throw them into an ashtray. I am reading a book about opium. I am hanging out tomorrow with a girl who wears liquid eyeliner, who has a connection for ecstasy, who says she needs to drive out and buy coke, who calls heroin H and snorts it. I am listening to a band singing in a made-up language and wearing nothing but the purity of failure and brightly colored hair that I pluck out and throw into the ashtray. My Marlboro has run out and I cross the smoldering butts to form an orange X, crush them into knots at the end of my rope. None of us are going to make it. But here is a piano and a string quartet and a lovely voice. Light up another cigarette. We'll rename you something more fitting than girl or woman, human or person, something that describes why you might be laughing into the filter, something that describes why you might be pressing your mouth into the rim of an empty glass and blowing smoke. I know. We'll call you Blood Money, or better yet, we can stage a christening party. Maybe I'll think up new names. Maybe a name for our non-existent magazine. Maybe a name for the bad feeling that borders on a religious experience in which we all feel at some fixed point in our skeletons, addicted relentlessly. We scream a slow careen, sling bottles of bleach against the walls, and as I pull another cigarette from the neat line I've placed them in, it hits me. Oh, I know. I have a beautiful name. We'll call you Victory Rose. Thank you. Just one more? Let me find what I want to read and we can do that.
Make it good.
Make it horrible.
I was going to read, Susan, that I was going to read the thing that I wrote when we went up to Saginaw, the one about me robbing the Starbucks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you totally should.
I don't know. Let me see. Let me see.
It's not very long, though, right?
It's kind of long, actually.
Laura's here, too.
I know.
You gotta be the coolest kid.
I'm going to read in a second, once I figure it out. You can't rush me. I don't care if you're... I don't care. You're not my boss. You're not the boss of me.
I like your hair.
Thank you. Asshole.
Let's do a drink.
I know Nick said that we weren't allowed to read any prose tonight, but I don't give a fuck what Nick said. When did Nick turn into a tight ass, by the way?
When he got 2 corn cobs off his
What a son of a bitch with his little ascot thing. I'm so pissed.
over the weekend.
Oh, I like it too. I'm just saying, when did he turn into like a grown-up? Fuck that guy. Ascot. All right, this is a prose piece, and fuck all y'all. It's called Detroit What?
Yeah. I'll take it.
And this is about a road trip that we took to Michigan.
Woo! Michigan!
It's already gone to shit this trip. It started out innocently enough. The playing of mixed CDs, the smoking of cigarettes, laughter, and forgetting. Things went wrong at the rest stop. Sue has, if you didn't know, a bladder the size of a chickpea. Now, I lost my page. Oh, here we go. We must have stopped at least 18 times. Let's just say we stopped at more rest stops than we didn't stop at. The first one, though, was a huge emporium of franchised fast food and corporate coffee and fluorescent bulbs. It was Sue, Sarah, and Laura, and then me. The 3 of them went to the bathroom. Meanwhile, I pulled out my gat and robbed the Starbucks. I was standing on the counter pointing the muzzle at the clerks. They were tan and smooth, and I had thoughts, I won't lie, of raping them in quick succession, but time was of the essence. I said, a tall mocha, no whipped cream, and a coffee. Grande, venti, I don't give a shit. You pour that coffee and open the register. I think they burned themselves pretty badly. I mean, They couldn't stop shaking, and all that scalding coffee all over their arms and faces. They don't have skin grafts big enough for burns like that. Those girls would be living that down for the rest of their lives. Hopefully, they have really great personalities. So then we ran. Oh God, we ran. Laura started crying immediately. So I started beating her with my newly acquired mug of half and half. I don't know, I just thought I should take that too. I was going to steal the whole milk, but, you know, I'm watching my figure. Hold it together! Hold it together! I blasted off a few shots. I think Sarah got hit in the head by a pretty sizable chunk of plaster. Detroit, what? Detroit, what? We were barely 50 miles out of Cleveland. Oh God, oh God, oh God, was all Susan could muster. I took that as an unqualified endorsement of my actions. Don't have to worry about gas money now. We stopped at the adjacent gas station and politely asked the attendant to fill her up. He was so cute with his black-rimmed glasses and white belt and turned-up collar, and he only got cuter when Sarah and I hog-tied him, shot him full of horse tranquilizer, and tossed him in the trunk next to the musty blankets and the cans of Diet Coke. I think I'll call him Buttons.
Oh, dear.
What the fuck are we gonna do? Sue asked once we got back on the road. They know which way we went. There's only one way we could be going. It's the fucking turnpike. The fucking turnpike. How stupid could you be? I calmly rifled through my wad of singles. Should have stolen the tip jar too. Anyway, they're not that well organized, the highway patrol. They can't scramble that fast. We can get off the turnpike anywhere. Hole up in Sylvania or somewhere for a couple of days. It was at that point Laura began choking on her own saliva. I turned up the radio. It worked perfectly. Muffled Buttons right out. 3 hours later, we were safe and sound in Ann Arbor, not a pig in sight. Laura had gone into a coma by then, but it didn't matter. We had made it to the day's end. We let off the hitchhiker we'd picked up near the prison. He fingered his knife and thanked us all so profusely that I began to weep with joy and fulfillment. I had never been so happy. What an emotional trip, so cathartic. I really needed this, guys. I checked into the hotel under the alias of Oscar Acosta. Happy St. Patrick's Day, I told the girls as we hauled the bedding and the cocaine and Buttons up the stairs. Susan glared at me over her glasses. Sarah slung Buttons over her shoulder and said, "You didn't tell me this place had an indoor pool." Yeah, I said, I'm ragging it. I thought about how jealous I'd be if you guys brought your suits and splashed around without me since I'm, bleeding from the cunt. So I just kept it from you. Live the lie, Laura was able to mutter. There you go, I said, be a trooper. I slid the room key into the slit. Almost sexual, huh? And I winked at Buttons. He didn't wink back. That's a bad Buttons. When we walked into the room, Laura brightened at the sight of the queen beds. She began laughing her manic laugh and doing that little flailing thing she does with her arms, then bolted toward the nearest bed and jumped on. "This is what I've wanted to do ever since we got in the car," she shrieked. Then she bashed her skull open on the ceiling. We dumped her body over the balcony. She landed right in a dumpster. I mean, perfect. We're here 10 minutes, and now there were 3. Well, I mean 4 again if you count Buttons, but I don't. He's more of an object, like a sandwich. Also, we spent all the money for food and supplies on ammo and sedatives. I'm worried that we're going to turn on each other soon. Buttons will hold us over for a couple hours, but my appetite for red meat and liquor is strong. We already went through all the whiskey. Susan's looking kind of glary-eyed. I don't think she's going to be much of a threat. She's either going to slip into torpor or take a nap. Sarah's the one I'm worried about. She's wiry and a fucking ninja. So listen, this may be my last will and testament. Someone, anyone, please print out the following form letter and mail it to each of our families. Do it or I'll haunt you. Dear family, sorry I couldn't make it back from Michigan. It turned into a vortex and I had to kill myself. Every time we tried to leave, we just ended up back at the day's end, no matter which way we turned. Please bury me with all my stuff, because you know it's mine. Love always, insert name here. All right, Sarah's kind of staring at Buttons and drooling. I have to make good use of him before she starts portioning him out. After all, I saw him first. Love always, CT. Thank you, everybody.